Wait. Okay.
No, we don't know.
We don't know, but the marksman's favor. But the thing that works in the element for BTK is the crowd control, and they're going to stack that up with the Belleric on top of that. They have so much CC.
Game 2 of BTK taking on Gosu Night Horde.
And the Soyu running in the jungle for BTK. Mobazane looking to kind of repeat the past with his dominant performance on it. Can he do it again up against Gosu Night Horde? Now, in the gold lane, this is where we're going to kind of keep a close eye on, right? This is now going to be a Ruby up against an Iritha. Looks like Yellow this time around is going to run a traditional marksman. Is this what they kind of were lacking for game number 1? Could this be the difference for them to even out the series?
Yeah, and they're already doing a good job of starting to refuse the invade early. You saw Mobazane over there trying to take an enemy minion there. The rest of the team kind of clamored around to make sure that that didn't happen. Oh, my foe doing a good job keeping vision. Oh, he actually, as I say that, he actually might get caught. Goes on to Hoon there. No worse for whereas Hoon finds the safety of his tower.
We also got to keep a close eye on the Belleric. We don't see it too often. But with Shark running it, he's going to have that Wrath of the Dryad to be able to spread those vines and deal some AoE damage and taunts.
Ooh, my foe takes a heap of damage, Mobazane. Ooh, very close. Read that like a book for Dez coming in, is able to back it off, and just like that, an evil queller right to the jaw of Dez for his efforts.
Yeah, and right now, off to a slow start from both sides. 2 minutes in, neither side has found a casualty.
Yeah, speaking of which, oh, here comes the Avatar of the Guardian. It does find a mark and a flicker out. Here comes the real-world manipulation, trying to make Legend pay. He's going to pull back Chicken. Out comes the Alpha Charge, but Chicken, look at, this is what I was talking about, that Gatakacha. Look at all the health he's able to sustain there. Shark finds a kill onto Dez. The rest of BTK pushing forward into Mikasa. Shark unfortunately finds himself on the wrong end of that mid tower, so they do not leave deathless. 1-2 in BTK's favor.
But that's a trade that I would take any day. I mean, they only lost their roamer in that engagement, and they can definitely afford that, especially on top of taking a turtle, which is going to give them a lead up against Gosu Night Horde for the 3-minute mark. Now up by 1,000 gold. Now, this is Zia running on the Ruby, yet he lacks a lot of damage, but he's very sustainable and can definitely be a nuisance. And the crowd control and sustainability is what makes up for it. But on the other side of the table, Yellow BC, he's going to be hitting like a truck, and he's going to have some high attack speed. Also, to be able to kite up against BTK as they do try and chase him down, which means he could play for survivability and be the late-game ADC that Gosu leans on.
Ooh, they're actually going to go in onto Fly Chicken. Mikasa there, Mobazane from the back, providing some of that support. A lot of aggro. Falls onto them. Oh, my foe gets taken down. Here comes the Nether Realm. Dez finds a kill onto Fly Chicken, and Mikasa goes down. At the bottom lane, you see Yellow BC now starting to get pushed in by Zia there as well.
Another 2-for-1 trade, though, still going to work in BTK's favor, extending the lead 4-2 at the 4-minute mark. But right now, neither side has really been able to have the map focus to be able to burst down the turret. But Zia, we were talking about damage.
Oh, with the flicker, and Mobazane comes in to clean it up. No fair. He was expecting a fair fight one-on-one and gets taken out by Mobazane. Meanwhile, though, I want to say Gosu Night Horde very quick. Avatar of the Guardian. Legend gets caught. And is he going to get aggroed as well? Oh, my foe from the back end puts some damage onto Mobazane. Mikasa comes in, does miss the penalty zone as Fly Chicken and Shark zoning out the rest of Night Horde while Zane takes the turtle.
Neither side will find a casualty, but another objective going over to BTK. 2 turtles so far within this game as we are now trickling in to 5 minutes. Zia on the bot side, though, doing a great job of proxying these minions and putting on pressure to Yellow, denying him being able to rotate and protect that turret. Look at all the gold plating. It's already gone from the tier 3 turret.
Yeah, and right now, and doing a good job. He was actually originally getting pushed by Yellow back into his tower, and I want to say Yellow, I can see the mindset that you want because as you get into mid and late game, Yellow is going to be able to pick up perhaps that Demon Hunter sword that will be able to kind of chunk down some of these thicker boys on the side of BTK. But right now, he is suffering.
Yeah, 1,100 gold difference between Zia and Yellow so far. Zia did pick up the War Axe as well to be able to sustain himself in these fights.
Ooh, and they do put some damage on the Mikasa. He has to use that penalty zone defensively to get away back to the tower. And that we do have 50 seconds, so he'll still have the penalty zone back up for the next turtle.
Look at BTK's camera, all of them sitting on the couch, except for Shark. He's in his own world.
Yeah, Shark is chilling right now. Oh My Foe right now, meet and greet between him, Shark, and Zia. Yellow BC trying to do his best to provide some backup cover here. Real world manipulation comes down. Oh My Foe has to retreat to the tower. And speaking of that, Dez gets killed off screen. Mikasa trying with all his might to defend the tower. And Oh My Foe gets picked off by Zia.
A good 2-3 split from BTK into the side lanes. Very effective and is allowing them to push in the turrets even further. The tier 3 does fall. Zia able to claim it on top of taking down Oh My Foe. The turtle does spawn in. This will be the last turtle for game number 2. Tier 3 falls in the mid lane.
One ability from Zane chunks down Mikasa to 50% health. Fly Chicken earns himself a stun. Ooh, Shark was pulled back into the tower, but is able to use that little sprint to get himself to safety.
Yeah, and right now, with a 7-2 lead, it's not the highest in terms of kills, but in terms of objectives, that's where BTK is skyrocketing. Now up by 6,000 gold, ahead of Gosu Night Horde. Just pretty much a step ahead of them in every single situation. I'd love to kind of take a look at some of their items on the board just to kind of see how far ahead they are in terms of getting to the core items needed to try and close this one out. But Yellow BC, we still got to keep an eye on him. He is the traditional marksman. If they can kind of wait for that mid to late game, maybe he'll be able to deal the damage necessary and use the range and kiting to his advantage.
Well, I mean, even from the levels alone, Zane is 4 levels higher than the entire team of Gosu Night Horde. So that means that any single fight that he is involved in, you need to retreat. You're not going to be able to win that. You need to try to find these pickoffs. Mobazane goes in. Mikasa throws a little bit of damage out there. Comes in with the penalty zone onto 3 members. In comes the Nether Realm to keep them topped off from the side. Yellow BC trying to put on the damage. Oh My Foe comes in from the side. Mobazane still swinging away. Finds himself a kill onto Yellow. Dez is out as well, trying to help out his team, but now he is cornered between 4 members of BTK, and down he goes. I'm Offended lands onto Legend, finds himself back and cornered behind his tower as he and Mikasa fend off this defense.
And that's just a level difference when it comes to micro, right? To be able to engage and disengage and then go right back in to be able to sustain in the fight even when it's not in your favor is where BTK is kind of outclassing Gosu Night Horde right there. They're able to take down Yellow BC on top of that, who's now 0-2-0. Does have the Haas Claws to kind of work in his favor. The Lord spawned in, quickly bursted down by the Bloodthirsty Kings. Now we'll be able to use this in their advantage to possibly take down some of the tier 2 turrets. BTK still putting on that pressure though, taking all of the farm away from Gosu, not giving them any room to breathe.
And at the 9-minute mark, BTK have entered a 10k gold lead onto Gosu Night Horde. Still trying to mount the pressure up at the top lane. Lord coming through the bottom. The rest of Mikasa and the Legend, the 4 of Night Horde trying to fend this off. They're at the very least most likely going to be losing this mid tower to be left to only high grounds. And especially with as tanky as they are, Shark's not really scared. There's nobody here that can burst him down. Mobazane coming in from the side. Ooh, a little bit of a taunt there coming from Shark. And down to only the high grounds we are on the side of Night Horde.
Yeah, we did get to see the Great Dragon Spear picked up by Yellow BC, so we will have a little bit of that CD reduction in crit that could work in his favor, but the clock is definitely ticking, and BTK trying to close this out.
Yeah, they're now starting to mount some pressure on to this Lord, down to about 10%. He actually got very far into this core. I want to say it's past 50% there. Oh, we come in with the penalty zone. Avatar the Guardian is out, misses the mark. Fly Chicken does not find it. Hoon finds a kill onto Mikasa with that real world manipulation. Oh My Foe goes down as well. And BTK enforcing their will. It's just yellow left there, 50% left, and that is a full team wipe and another BTK victory.